Yeah, like the minimum salary for them at the moment is like $10 million a year.
Imagine getting a 100 mil signing bonus. You've done nothing. You just started. Day one.
That's about half what I got for my starting bonus.
So we actually called this one. We called it. We said in a video prior that I wonder if Meta's acquisition might mean a little bit of something bad for the old Scale AI. And if you don't know what Scale AI is and why we even care about it, it's pretty much the backbone. We've done a video on it, but it's the backbone of pretty much every AI company because they need data to train their models on. Scale AI does that work for them. It goes through and says, this is a cat. This is a cat. And then it sends it. And it's all clean for their models. Obviously, it's a little bit more complicated than that, guys, but that's what it is.
Yep.
What we're seeing now is that since Meta just invested 49%, probably one of the most expensive acqui-hires I've ever seen in my life, $14 billion.
Wait, I've never heard of that before. An acqui-hire?
Yeah, I've not heard of what that
It's
means.
when you want the team, but you buy the whole company. So that's what happened with Johnny Ive with OpenAI. They wanted Johnny Ive, and he owns a company. So you acquire their entire company to get the people, and then you just
hectic
bump off the
acqui-hire.
people.
You take the company out back and you say,
Only reason Meta wouldn't have bought more of that company was to avoid any antitrust interference. So they'll try and do that again later. Same as Microsoft with OpenAI. Like you buy the bare most amount you can without anyone blocking anything, and then try and do the rest later.
Wild, dude. But everyone's bailing.
yeah, so
I
if
love
you
that,
have a look there.
it says like the other competitors are rubbing their hands. That's exactly what I pictured. I pictured the other data taggers going like, "Oh, this is going to be good, boys."
All four
on
of
the
them.
sales calls. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you can see there, we can see that Google yanking a $200 million contract.
Holy smokes.
Not much. Industry heavyweights like Microsoft, XAI, and OpenAI suddenly ghosting Scale AI. The plot thickens. So another key thing with these guys are that they're all in with the military, the US military. So they do a lot of data work for them. And, you know, now that Meta is so involved there, but we have seen old Zucky handshaking with the Gov. So, you know, maybe the military won't yank the numbers or the things just yet. But this was very, very interesting because we spoke about this. We were like, this is going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't
we
even know if
called
our Scale AI video just came out. So we went live. We have spoken about this.
No, it did. It just... Are we just watching .com, guys? I don't know. I was like 1 year old when .com boom happened. But when you guys were 35, I
saw Sam Altman the other day interviewed talking about GPT-5, and the guy's asking like, is GPT-5 going to be noticeably better than GPT-4 4.5? And he was like, probably not. Like, probably not much. The heat's coming off as they're reaching closer and closer to like this top. The heat's coming off it's going to take a while. Same as .com. Like everyone has a website now. Everyone will have AI in the future. I just don't think it's going to go like keep scaling up as fast as it has been.
Yeah, man. Far out, dude. So now I just feel like we're seeing that with the data side of stuff, which is just, there'll be, I mean, all this does for me is like, are we starting a data collection thing, guys? Because even if it's not 14 bill worth, it could be worth starting, you know?
I mean, even if it's worth 1 billion.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They were actually worth 28 to 30 billion if it's only 49%.
Yo, our crew's on a mission to build the ultimate content OS, and we need your help. Think of it like a single place, purpose-built for you to manage all your projects and your content team. So if you're a content creator or you help others make content, check out Clipflow. Turn that chaos into calm. All right, back to the lads.
Yeah, so what I also saw, though, which was interesting, so the actual founder has now left Scale AI and is now working directly for Meta and their division. And to add to this news and kind of, we could, keep it interesting, Meta has been offering, and that Sam Altman interview, Meta has been offering, I'm pretty sure this is what he said, was $100 million signing bonuses for some of the employees from OpenAI to try and lure them into Meta's AI.
Guys, I think from what I read, there's about 400 to 500 people that can operate at that level of like actually understanding how to program models
in the world.
And so they just, like the minimum salary for them at the moment is like $10 million a year. And they're all getting like insane stock options and stuff. It's just mental.
Imagine getting $100 million signing bonus. You've done nothing.
Yeah.
You just started day one.
Started.
$100 million in the bank.
That's about half what I got for my starting bonus. Don't tell anyone, but $200 million in the bank is nice. Dude, I actually can weirdly confirm I have a mate whose best mate works at OpenAI, and that is correct. They are getting hunted for around that mark, which is crazy. He's a dev there. So it's nuts, man. But this is why I keep coming back to, are we just gold rushing right now, boys, with our pans? Or is this... Yeah, it's probably always a bit of both, isn't it?
Is where are the profits, and how long do the VCs tolerate not showing any profits? Because none of these big AI companies are profitable. Obviously, they're trying to expand to the mass market and get there as fast as possible. How long can people have the appetite? It's basically like a confidence thing, kind of like the dot-com bubble. If something shakes everyone's confidence all at once, or three companies shake everyone's confidence all at once, then the whole house of cards falls out.
Yeah,
this company probably makes some money, I reckon.
Yeah, these guys make money.
Profiting a bit. Yeah.
They're selling the pans, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great way to put it, dude.
Yeah, they're selling the gold pans. That's how you make money. In a gold rush, you sell the tools to find gold. You don't try and go and find the gold.
That's such a good shift of mindset, though. Because it's so easy to feel like, it's all part of the same rush. But actually, the rush is going to happen whether we like it or not. See, like you said, you either build the tools or you get caught up in the hype of it. And it's the guys building the tools, as we can see, who are crushing it right now. Craziness, man.
So I found that very, very funny because, just because it's like we're predicting the future. So,
Yes.
Here we go.
Here we go, man. Yeah. Far out.
I mean, I would want a neutral data labeler, and I wouldn't want Meta involved if I was one of the big dogs. That's like it's a competitive risk. Also, the government contracts, you would have to reassess a lot of things if Meta had access.
Yeah,
because those government contracts are absolutely intense for how like data is managed and stuff, and who is the owner of the data. And it could even breach the contracts with the Department of Defense to change ownership of the company, because they would have like everyone at certain levels has to have certain government clearances and blah 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 to know certain things. So they probably have to redo it.
These guys, I kind of I might lean the other way, because I just think like these guys, the data itself isn't actually. It's not, you're not using, like, you're labeling, right? So, like, I don't think unless they actually wash it for you and you're like, here's my data, label it. Yeah. Like, it could work that way. I don't know enough about this company. But realistically, they would, like, I imagine, scrape the internet and then find code. And then it's kind of, everyone uses the same data. Because, like, if you train a model, like, in basic terms, you'll get, like, a data set of things. And you just get this. I imagine this is just a much higher quality data set, way better labeled. Like, because in the end of the day, you're just like, I want videos of footage of people.
Okay, and then just for a second, imagine all the video footage you're data tagging is actually taken from F-16 fighter jets and from tanks, etc.
I understand that.
And then
what I'm asking is, if you provide the data to them to then label, then that's a different story. Or if it's generic data that they've just over time built up a friggin' vault.
Right. Is it just a library?
What do you want to train on?
Yeah,
it depends how it works. I don't know.
Probably fine. Yeah.
So what you're trying to say is it the process of building the library, or is it the library itself that's valuable at scale? AI. Yeah. Okay.
Meta obviously thinks the data in the library isn't worth anything, and just that guy and a couple of other people in the business are worth a lot of money.
Well, yeah, it really is. What did you call it? An acqui-hire? Yeah. I just think of somebody in like a job interview underwater. It's just literally it's so literal in my head.
It's just Jason Momoa getting a job, like in a job interview underwater.
Or acqui. Oh, sorry.
It's acquisition or acquire, and then acquire. You're acquiring the company and hiring the people. Yeah. That's what it is. It's not an
like those aqueducts, an aqueduct. Those rubber ducky things.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Look, the fact that OpenAI is bouncing out straight away shows that they have other ways to get data. So it must not necessarily be library, or they have the library now. Oh, I want to see the contracts they have.
It was probably one of their data sources, right?
Yeah.
Probably do their own. Also hire that one to try and get more data from everywhere. And they can just shut that off because they might have lost 25% of their data sources that they've already trained on.
Yeah, you probably start with this to get up to speed real fast, and then you go down the road of now you're at scale and you can just start acquiring your own sources. But yeah, like there'd be hundreds of different ones. Like this one's really well trained on video. This one's really well trained on pictures. This one's really well trained on like you can't do everything. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, the one thing's for sure, old mate Alexander Wayne got himself a sick job. And that's about it. Thank you.
Lots of money.
Yep.
Thank you, Scale AI. Good stuff, boys.
Probably puts him like that one Acquihire, if he was like majority owner of that company, that probably puts him in like the top, just went from like a successful AI business to top 200, 300 richest people on the planet. Like how many people have $15 billion? I don't know.
Apart from Zach, not many.
Yeah, Zach's obviously Zach's got double that. That's how he can afford hats, but
okay. Oh, dude, crazy, man. We'll see what happens with it, eh?
Yeah.